Hey everyone, it's Ethan or Miist back again for another video today, and welcome back to the Moncton Miist franchise mode. And let's get right into this one. So today we will be starting the simulation of what I think is year number 6, and this is a pretty exciting year because obviously we're going for the back-to-back Stanley Cups this season. We've got quite a good team to hopefully get us to that goal, which we will look at in just a moment. But obviously, as you guys can tell, I have glasses now. I literally just got them yesterday. This is my first time recording with them, so yeah, there might be a bit of a glare. Obviously, if I look up, you can see my ring lights, but yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, I can see that there is a bit of a glare, so hopefully it's not too bad or too annoying, but chances are I'll probably be recording for the most part without my glasses. So anyways, let's just take a look here at what the team is going to look like. So these are the lines that I came up with. Let's go over them. So I'm going to be sticking to the pretty much same lines as last season of Ryan Donato, Nathan MacKinnon, and Terrence Cross, which I'm very, very excited for. Obviously, Donato last year had a great year, career year, I believe, 71 points, yep. And then MacKinnon, not as great of a year, but still a great year, 88 points with 44 goals. So over the past 4 seasons, he has over the past 5 seasons, the lowest amount of goals he's had is 44, which is pretty damn good. And then Terrence Cross, obviously last year had a breakout season, dropping 30 goals and getting 66 points. Hopefully he will be able to improve on that even more this year. And then for our second line, we have Roope Hintz, obviously back on that 1-year extension, trying to go for the repeat. Hopefully he'll be able to help us get to that goal. And Ryan Strome as well, who's up to an 88. And then Petri Pillman, who's still at 85, which I'm very intrigued about. Obviously 28 goals last season and 24 in his rookie season, but he's gotten progressively better and better. So hoping he'll surpass the 30-goal mark this season and hopefully stay in the positives. Obviously he's a minus 25 so far in his career, so hopefully we'll be able to get that to a little bit more of an even record. And then our third line is Anthony Mantha, Liam Foudy, and Jordan Kyrou. Again, pretty decent third line. Very excited to see how this third line does. Mantha last season had 61 points, I believe, on the third line. Liam Foudy, I think, had a great season as well. Yeah, 53, a career high for him. Again, I believe, on the third line. And then Jordan Kyrou, I don't know why I said that so weird, career high in the NHL for him last season, so can't complain. And then our fourth line is pretty interesting. We have Morgan Frost with Isaac Ratcliffe and Rudolph Balcers, which is pretty interesting. And then defensively, I don't really know how I feel about the D-core. It's obviously not as good as past seasons, but it's still serviceable, and I'm very excited to see how it works. So Brady Shea with Colton Parayko as the top pair basically isn't changing. Lucas Johansson is now going to be playing with Stephen Peckham, who had a tremendous year in the AHL last year with 69 points. Nice. And I'm very, very excited to see how he can do, because he has a few outrageous stats of 99 passing, which is great for an offensive defenseman, 99 shot blocking, he's got 99 speed, and he's got 99 wrist shot power, and he's got a tremendous shot for a defenseman. Like, his wrist shot is lethal, so I don't know if he took a lot of shots last year in the AHL. Yeah, he took a lot of shots, so he could definitely score some goals. We'll see. And then our third pair is Philip Broberg with Brett Pesce, which again, hopefully will be a decent pair. I'm a little worried about Broberg. He just really hasn't panned out as much as I expected, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? And Lucas Johansson has a bit of an offensive upside. That's why I'm pairing him with Peckham right now, in hopes that they will be able to work well together. A quick look at the special teams. I will let you guys pause that, or pause through those if you'd like to take a look at them. But we are obviously playing more forwards than defensemen throughout pretty much every team, because we have to. We just have so many forwards. So now a quick look at the AHL. I'm not going to go over it, but Denisov obviously starting to get up there in age, hoping he'll be able to have a good season. Obviously, this past season he had 85 points, pretty damn good. And then Rod Ladd, who's going to be very interesting for us in the future. Obviously, at 20 years old, he's a 75 overall at a medium top 6, so that's really good. And I believe as well, there was someone else. Oh, yes, Kieran. Reese Kieran, a low top 6, a 70 overall. again at 20 years old, which is pretty good. And Ludvig Olofsson, kind of the same thing, but a medium top 9, 70 overall, 20 years old. And then obviously Vladimir Kuleshov, who had the most goals in the AHL last season with 44 and only 5 assists. Like weird point totals. Hopefully he'll be able to score some goals with us this season. And Jeremy Watt, obviously, who won the Norris, I think, this past season. No, sorry. I think Peckham actually won the Norris. But playing with Leonard Lindsay, who should be ready to go in the NHL next season, which I'm very excited for. Quirk, who's a decent prospect we have. Same thing for Ulanov. So a pretty good team all around. And then obviously, I didn't even go over the goalies in the NHL, but obviously you don't see one of our medium elite goalies there because one of them is in the NHL. So Ken Alberts at a 22 years old out of 77. I mean, he'll probably be NHL ready next season as well. And Andrei Karpatsev is a medium starter. So great. We have great goaltending prospects right now. But yeah, Vic Ranger, medium elite, 80 overall, 21 years old. Hopefully the big future goaltender here. And DiPietro up to an 83 now, obviously. But on the last year of his deal. So there's a very high chance that this will be DiPietro's last season here in Moncton. Now, one thing I do want to check, I can check either Hintz or Strome, really, but yeah, so this is year number 6 that we're about to head into, which I am pretty excited for. So yeah, I mean, that's a quick look at the team, and obviously the main focus of last episode and really the main focus of this season is how many players we have that are going to be on an expiring deal, or that are on an expiring deal, because obviously you take a look at let's just sort it by all expiring this season. We'll do it overall wise. So we've got 88 Ryan Strome, 87 Rupe Hintz, 85 Liam Foudy, 85 Anthony Mantha, 84 Brady Shea, 83 Lucas Johansson, 82 Isaac Radcliffe, 81 Morgan Frost, 79 Peckham, but he's obviously going to be an important one. He doesn't want an extension right now, which I'm going to give him whatever money he wants because I think he'll be a huge asset for us in the future. I mean, he obviously doesn't want a lot of money right now, but I'm going to try to not cheese the system, and I'll wait for the offseason for him. But some of these players I may look at extending. Ryan Strome is one of them. I would love to give him a deal, but the cheapest possible option, like what is that? 8 years, 11.8 million. So that's just a no-go. This is the most team-friendly contract we'd be able to give him. I'd say 9 mil for the next 4 seasons, which is a lot of money, obviously. And I don't know if I'm prepared to give that to Ryan Strome or not. Obviously, you saw in the last episode, we were able to extend Pillman, Cross, and McKinnon, which is obviously who we were worried about the most. But we still have $40 million to play around with. But this team could obviously be changing a lot. Rupe Hintz is another player that, I didn't mean to do that, but is another player that I'm very intrigued to look at this season. But Liam Foudy is the player that I'm most intrigued about right now, and is the player that I 100% want to re-sign no matter what. So Liam Foudy obviously having had a great season with us last year, and I'm hoping he'll have a great career. He's just got great stats overall, and he will probably fit into the second line center for us next season, depending on how things go. But obviously, we currently don't have a goalie in the lineup, and that is Mads Søgaard, if you guys were diligent enough to realize that. So Mads Søgaard is currently going to be on the way out. We just don't have the room for him right now. I could send him to the AHL, but you look at our goalies right now. Obviously, we want Ranger in the NHL. He's listed as a backup goalie. We want him playing as a backup. And then we take a look at Søgaard. Obviously, Ken Alberts is 2 years younger and only 2 years lower overall. Plus, he has a much better potential in the medium elite, while Karpatsev also has a medium starter, same as Søgaard. But he's only 6 overall behind him at 3 years behind Søgaard. So I think it's definitely the smartest option to pass on Søgaard here. And if I remember correctly, I want to say it was Carolina. Yeah, because I checked off camera, and there are a few teams that need some goalies, but literally, what is this tandem right now? Like, Carolina needs a goalie, and I mean, I wish this game was a little more realistic where when a player needs a goalie, obviously they'll give up a lot more. Like, I should be able to get a third for this if this was real life. Oh, wait, why is Karpatsev in there? I do not want Karpatsev in there. That could have been bad. Yeah, that could have been really bad. But, yeah, Sogard, like I said, is on his way out. And I'm not too worried about it, not too sad about it. Obviously, we're going for the back-to-back, and, you know, that's the goal. So let's just see if we're able to get a draft pick from Carolina. See, like, this is ridiculous. Like, they need a goalie. Sogard will be their best goalie, and they won't even give up a 6th-round pick for it. Like, that's just ridiculous, obviously. And I mean, we're just over the the minimum cap space right now, which is really interesting. So, obviously, a lot of players that are currently looming over my head that are going to be wanting contract extensions here soon. But let's just get right into the simulation. So, we're going to sim the first month of play just to see how we do. And, yeah, Vic Ranger for Jonathan Tavares. I mean, I'm not trading away Vic Ranger, but let's just see what Tavares looks like right now. I'm just curious. Down to a medium top, or an exact top 6, I guess. A 35 at an 85. Obviously, still some great stats. It's just that speed that has really gone down. 62 points still. I mean, obviously, still a very serviceable player. But I don't want that contract. So, thank you and goodbye. Let's just go through the preseason here. We'll see how we do. I'm pretty positive about this team. I think this team can definitely do things here in the NHL for us. I think this is going to be a huge season for us. Obviously, like I had previously mentioned, we're going for the back-to-back Stanley Cup, which doesn't happen very often, of course. But I'm hoping this team will be able to do it as we lose the first 2 games of the season, which isn't very good. But it's all right. We bounce back and win 3 in a row. So the first 5 games, 3-2-0, which I guess you can't really complain too much about. But a weird month so far for sure. A 9-3 loss to the Coyotes. Beckham for Tavares again. No, thank you. But yeah, 5-4-0 through the first month, which isn't too bad, I guess, compared to the rest of the division. We are currently in well, actually, we're not in a wild card spot. But yeah, I mean, I guess we're tied for a wild card position right now. Holy shit, McKinnon already has 20 points. He's a goal per game. What the hell? Oh my god, is this... Okay, wait. Is this the way that we're going to be playing this year, McKinnon? I mean, oh my god, Donato has 14 assists. I mean, those two are just carrying right now. Those two match up so well. It's crazy. Terrence Cross, I hope he can pick it up. I would like to keep him around that point per game. And Peckham already is on pace for the best season from a defenseman in franchise history for us. It's just the goaltending. The goaltending is very, very poor so far. But they've each only played a handful of games, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say it's a slow start to the season in hopes that we'll be able to pick it up here. But actually, something I wanted to do, I totally forgot about this, but something I wanted to do was I had looked in free agency off camera to see Brandon Saad, who's here or is here in free agency and who did not play last season. So his last season in the NHL was 2 seasons ago, and he's an 82 overall third liner. I meant to do this. I totally forgot about it, but I'm going to sign Brandon Saad to a contract. I'm just going to give him a 1-year deal, kind of a prove it deal, but I'm also going to give him a little bit of money so we get a little bit more above the cap floor. So I'm going to give him a 1-year deal at $2 million, and I mean, he's currently considering his 0 options, but I mean, we could always go for Aiden Wilford, but that's just not feasible, and I don't feel like giving up the draft picks. And I mean, Danny DeKeyser is a player we could look at as well. Obviously, getting a left-handed defenseman, that's a little bit better than Broberg, where Broberg goes down to the AHL. Obviously, a serviceable player, put up 23 points last season, but I'm going to stick with Broberg for now. But yeah, we currently have 49 contracts, which is something I'm a little worried about, because I feel like I may have to trade away one player, which if that's the case, I will definitely trade away a player under contract for Brandon Saad. I mean, obviously Saad isn't what he used to be, but he's still a very serviceable player that can play in the NHL for us. So great. And our first 10 games we had a 5-5-0 record, which isn't too bad. But yeah, this is something I wanted to do because obviously the NHL team is looking pretty good, but I think the help of Brandon Saad will definitely make things a little bit better for our bottom six instead of having Rudolph Balcers, which I kind of feel bad. Like, Balcers has just been up and down, never really given the chance in the NHL, but he's also just so good in the AHL. Kind of like to keep him down there. So let's just take a look at the lines. I'm just going to put Brandon Saad on the fourth line unless it's like some absolutely awful chemistry. But I'm going to keep him on the fourth line. Yeah, because that'll just even out our team even more. And then in the NHL, who's someone, Roni Hirvonen probably. We will just take him out for Balcers, and we'll put Balcers in the lineup a little bit higher. That's bad. It's really bad, actually. Where can I put Balcers in this lineup? I guess we'll just do that. Yeah, that's fine with me. Alright, so those were the quick little changes. I totally forgot to do that. I meant to do that at the start of this episode. So sorry, guys. But, yeah, Brandon Saad, welcome back to the NHL. Obviously, maybe a little rusty just because he hasn't played in so long. But, you know, hopefully he'll be alright for us. And I'm just a little worried about the goaltending. Obviously, we have a rookie backup goaltender now who definitely needs to come in here and prove his worth and why we took him over Sogard. Wow, Buffalo 10-2-2. They're having a great start to the season, which is bad because they're in our division. Vancouver as well, they're doing great. Lindsay, I would like to hold on to, so I'm not going to be trading him away anytime soon. But, yeah, I'm a little nervous just because of the record right now. Obviously, 12-8-0 isn't a fantastic record. I don't know where we're currently sitting in our division. We get a point over in the Western Conference, but we lose to an Eastern Conference team, which isn't good. We win over an Eastern Conference team, but we also let them get a point, which isn't good. But we need to definitely make sure we keep our losses to the minimum in the Eastern Conference, but we're losing to a lot of the Eastern Conference teams by the looks of things. We obviously just lost to Columbus, and then we just lost to Boston, and we're on a 4-game losing streak right now as well, which definitely doesn't help. Although we beat an Eastern Conference team, we lose to an Eastern Conference team. Edmonton is 28-2. I'm surprised we even got a point off them, but I'm glad we did. Now on a 3-game losing streak. We do end up snapping that against Vegas, but then we lose to another Eastern Conference team in Toronto. Now against Ottawa and Pittsburgh in a back-to-back of the Eastern Conference, we win both, so that's huge. And we win that game against Philly. So those are 3 back-to-back-to-back huge wins because, like I said, we need to get as many points as we possibly can against Eastern Conference teams. We have a wild card position, which, you know what, that's fine. We just need to make the playoffs. I don't care how we do it. Yeah, Nathan MacKinnon, 53 points in the first 37 games of the season. Ryan Donato, obviously still a point per game. He has 4 goals. What a beast. Terrence Cross, 30 points. Ryan Strome, 29. Pillman, 28. Roope Hintz, 26. Obviously, Brandon Saad, 12 points in 26 games. Not too bad, buddy. Peckham obviously slowed down a little bit. But, you know, you could kind of expect that. I didn't expect him to be basically a point per game player throughout the entire season at a 79 overall. But, I mean, no one I'm really, like, disappointed in. I mean, I'd like a little bit more points out of Johansson, I guess. Our second pair looks like they are really struggling, both in the negatives, and only 15 points from them. But at the same time, 6 of our 6 defensemen are in the bottom 7 in scoring on our team, which isn't that great. Our forwards are obviously making up for that. What about the goaltending? Michael DiPietro has struggled while Vic Ranger has been playing great. Michael DiPietro, though, has been awful. An 888, a 3.44, which are some brutal stats. Yeah, that needs to really change. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the defensive pairings. Like, I'm thinking about changing things around here, maybe to even things out. Like I said, Johansson at a -9, only 3 points, isn't good enough. Parayko with 9 points, man, whatever, +5. Brady Shea +7. He'll bring some defense to a very offensive Stephen Peckham, who will hopefully even things out. And then, our third pair isn't doing that great either, but I don't really want to put Peckham and Broberg on the bottom pair. Like, that doesn't seem like a smart idea to me at all. I don't really want to put Broberg on the top pair either. So yeah, I think we'll stick with that. And again, the goaltending. I'm going to switch Ranger to the starter, but I think I have auto-rotate goalies on, so like if I go to this Arizona game, DiPietro will probably be back in net, I would imagine, because for whatever reason it just automatically assigns the start or the higher rated goalie as a starter. So you know what? For a back-to-back, for this back-to-back, for a change, we'll have Ranger up first, and he wins. Nice, he gets a win in regulation, and then DiPietro loses. See, this is bad. Like, I don't want to have to sim every game like this, or every game where I'm going to have to go in and switch to put Ranger as our starter for the game. But if that's the way it's going to be, I might have to. Obviously, Rangers' stats took a bit of a dip there, but, when you're playing in the NHL, your stats aren't always going to stay the same. Yeah, the Vic Ranger is winning us games right now, while Michael DiPietro is not. And like I said, full-on plans were to peace out on Michael DiPietro this season anyways. So, yeah, definitely might be the option here. And now, that's a loss from Ranger, but also can't expect to win every game. So, now that we're halfway through the season, I think it's a good time to try to maybe work out some more contract extensions. So let's just see who's expiring. Obviously, Ryan Strome is an option still. I don't know. He is kind of struggling at -14. Most of our team is in the minuses, but our goaltending just isn't there. Strome is pretty much on pace for that 70-point season again, which, I'm all for that. It's just the $9 million is a lot. Rupe Hintz, again, pretty much on pace for right around that 70-point mark as well. Liam Foudy isn't having as great of a year as this past season, which kind of sucks, but again, I do plan on offering him this extension. He only wants 1 year, but I'd rather give him more, so I think I'll do 4.5 for the next 3 seasons, which he should definitely accept, because he does want to re-sign with us. Mantha, I don't really have any plans on bringing back. Brady Shea, I didn't really have any plans on bringing back, but I think I might, because Lucas Johansson just hasn't been working out as well as I had hoped, and he wants a lot of money. So does Brady Shea, but Brady Shea is just the better defenseman, and pretty much like every way I look at it. So I'll offer Brady Shea an extension, while Johansson, not going to right now. And like I said, Mantha I don't plan on bringing back unless he has like another sleeper year this year, which he isn't doing too bad. But yeah, Strome and Hintz are the two players I'm currently questioning the most, because Strome's asking price has gone down, and so is his years. Okay, you know what? I'm going to sign him right now to an extension. I'm going to give him 8.35 for the next 2 seasons. That'll bring up some cap a lot, obviously, but that will also bring him back to this team, I think. So, you know what? We're just going to sign those 3 players. Hopefully they will sign, I should say. And we'll see what happens here. Denisov and Trigg. No, thank you. All right. So let's see where the Dallas Stars currently are. Yeah, they're a pretty poor team. So I'm going to start DiPietro here, in hopes that he can get a win. So yeah, DiPietro is the starter for this back-to-back. Let's see. Can he bring us a win? He cannot. Jesus. And Vic Ranger, can he bring us a win? Brady Shea renews. Liam Foudy renews. And Ryan Strome renews. Oh. Okay. That was bad. Yeah, we're just going to ignore the goaltending, I think, for now. Because this is just terrifying. I don't even know what to do about the goaltending. Now, as we sim up to the week before the deadline, I'm just going to let the sim do its thing as we are on a 4-game losing streak. You can lose to Calgary as well, but you have to beat Buffalo. We don't, and we get a point at least, but we're on a 6-game losing streak. Lindsay for Carlson. Okay, interesting. Now, for the All-Star break, we go on a 2-game win streak to head into the All-Star break, but hopefully this break will kind of snap us out of it and we'll get some wins. We lose the first game back, but then we beat LA. We beat Colorado. Now can we beat Anaheim? Please, please, please. We cannot. We got to beat Tampa and Montreal, though. We get destroyed by Tampa, and we beat Montreal, which is good. Chicago, they're a pretty good team. We lose to them. Columbus, we destroy them. St. Louis, we lose to them, and we're just hovering right around that, or above that 500 mark, which is not good for this team, because I want to go for the back-to-back, obviously, and this team is just in a very, very interesting position. Like, I don't know what it is. We currently don't hold a wild card spot. The Metro is a much better division than the Atlantic, but if we literally go on like a 3 or 4 game win streak, you know, we could be in the money. It's just we need to stay away from those losing streaks. And I mean, I don't know what to do. Terrence Cross is up to an 89. Let's go. But I don't know what I need to do here. 57 points for Donato. Obviously, what was it, like 78 or something? 81. Yeah, 81 points for McKinnon. He's having a great season. Terrence Cross, not as many points as I'd liked. 44 and 59. I was hoping he'd be a little bit better than that. Rupe Hintz, 37 and 59 isn't that great either. Well, I mean, it is, but like, I was hoping for better. Ryan Strome has really taken a hit. Petri Pillman, though, also taking a hit. I'm really tempted to change some things around here. I might put Cross on the third line, or on the second line, and put Pillman up on the second line. Jordan Kyrie's having a great season. Foodie's doing good. Mantha's doing good. Okay, our third line is pretty good. Brandon Saad, 16 goals. I mean, our forward core really is just all doing good. Johansson has picked it up, which is nice. Pareko isn't doing too bad, still doing good defensively. Brady Shea has picked it up while playing with Peckham. Peckham's minus stat has gotten a little bit higher. It's just that third pair is struggling. Mightily. Only 10 points for Broberg and 9 points for Pesci, but they are both very badly in the minuses at a minus 12 and a minus 14. Like, they're not getting a lot of ice time, so I really don't know how to fix that. And now both of the goaltenders back under a 900 save percentage. Now, man, this is really, really bad, because I don't know what to do here. DiPietro has struggled. Obviously, Ranger has struggled as well, but I feel like Ranger has been the better goaltender this season. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do as we head into the deadline. Like, I'm not selling by any means, of course. Absolutely not. We are going for the back-to-back, but it's just, what do I need to do to ensure the playoffs? Because, you know, we didn't make the playoffs by a large margin last year. So, are we going to be able to this year? I mean, I don't know. We're going to list ourselves as conservative buyers. Just because I don't know how much I want to spend. Jesus Christ. Middlestad and Eichel. Wilford is still there as well. Kunin, Olofsson. Buffalo wants to get rid of their whole team. Is there a goalie? That was what I was really looking for. Because if there was a goalie, that would be mad helpful. But no goalies on the block by the looks of things. Ooh, I don't really know what to do here, guys. Like, what is the best option for this team? I really don't know. Trade alert, Paysonen, and a second and a third to Vegas in exchange for Schlopik and a fourth. I mean, they sign, or Winnipeg just trades for a good player when they literally have one on the bench. They just need to sign him. We have decent pieces that I'm almost tempted to trade one of them away in hopes of being able to get a decent goalie. Because obviously the goaltending has been lacking, to say the least. I don't know what to do here though. I don't know. Like, we can obviously look around the league to look at goalies. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, sorry, my bad. We can look around the league at goalies. Rather someone on an expiring deal, like Aiden Hill, who is pretty decent, but I don't know how much of a difference he'll make to this team. Can we chill out? I don't know why I was going so far. Buffalo. Freddie Anderson. Has he been good? No. Markstrom, is he really going to help, though? I don't know. Sogard. Watch Sogard be like on Norris, on Vezina pace, but no, he's struggling as well, as you'd expect. Grubauer, I don't want him on that deal. Demko, kind of the same thing, and he sucked for us, so I don't really want to bring him back. Samsonov is very interesting. Subban, sorry. Hello? Ilya Samsonov. Again, he's bad, though. Like, literally, what do I do here? Like, there's just no goalies that I could even that I could trade that'll really help us out. Bobrovsky's on the last year was 10 mil. To be fair, he's not even doing that bad either. Is Florida a good team? No, not really, but obviously they're in our division. You know what? I don't feel right in making any trades here because I do think this team can make the playoffs, but I also don't really have anything I'm ready to move on from right now either. Obviously, there was maybe a player such as Anthony Mantha or Rupe Hintz that we could have traded here, but I don't want to, not yet at least. Maybe we can trade them at the draft, but yeah, I'm going to take a quick look here at the goaltending and switch them around for this back-to-back as well, for like the third time this season. So Vic Ranger gets a win over New Jersey. Michael DiPietro gets a loss over Vegas. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, he just doesn't win. Okay, I didn't mean to go into edit player. I meant to go to the settings. Where is it? I'm guessing in rules, probably. Auto rotate goalies. I saw it there. One sec. Auto rotate goalies. Where was it? We're gonna turn off for now, and we're gonna give Ranger the starting time. I don't want to just sim right to the end of the season in case there's a back-to-back, but if there's no back-to-backs, then we're going. But there are back-to-backs, so here we go. Let's sim to Dallas with Vic Ranger in the starting. Oh wait, I actually don't think he is. I'll have to switch him back around since DiPietro was put in net for the last back-to-back against Vegas. So I think that was DiPietro in net against Toronto. So it was Ranger apparently. All right, so Vic Ranger, I'm giving you the opportunity to be the starter. I just realized there was a back-to-back much closer than I anticipated, but whatever. We're just going to let him back-to-back it. We'll see if he can get us a win. All right. Ottawa, he wins. Pittsburgh, he loses, but that's okay. We lose to Philadelphia. Not okay. We got to get a win here, though. Like I said, we just need to go on like a 4-game win streak and not go on a big losing streak, and we could be in the money. We have a wild card position right now, but we need to keep winning. Obviously, it has been a very competitive Eastern Conference so far, as McKinnon hits 100 points and will hit 50 goals this season unless something bad happens. We lose to Dallas. We're on a losing streak again. Another 2-game losing streak here. God only knows how many that's been. Vic Ranger in that little week, or like week and a half, has grew in overall, but his stats are still horrible. Michael DiPietro, we give him a start, and it's an 8-6 loss. What the hell? Okay, literally what the hell. Back to Ranger. I didn't expect that, that's for sure, as we will sim against Minnesota. We don't have the wild card spot anymore. Minnesota, we lose. We're on like a 4-game losing streak. This is really, really bad. Okay, Calgary is a bad team. We are a better team. DiPietro, I'm giving you the start here. For fuck's sake, please get us a win. We need all the points. We are not even in close to... Oh my god, we lose to them. DiPietro, please make a save. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this is bad. We aren't in a wild card position. The Panthers have passed us. There's only 6 games left of the season. The Flyers are going to make the playoffs, but it's between the Blue Jackets, the Panthers, and us. And I mean, really, anyone that's under us, because there's only a 2-point differential from last to 5th right now. This is a big game against Buffalo, because they are fighting for their playoff lives as well, and we are at the same amount of points. So let's switch back to Vic Ranger, and let's hope he can get us a freaking win. 8-8-7 and DiPietro 8-8-6. Like, what the heck, man? What are the goaltending in this league? Let's slow sim it. We might as well. Like, this is the biggest game of the season so far. Let's see if we are able to get the win here. Up 1-0, Lucas Johansson with a big goal. A terrible, terrible second period. Middlestat scores early, and then Taylor Hall, Casey Middlestat, and Galiev scores within like 2 minutes from each other. So that's great. And we lose. And we lose. Oh man, this is so, so bad. We are not going to make the playoffs this year. There is an incredibly high chance we don't make the playoffs this year. We are at 76 points. We need the Panthers and Sabres and Blue Jackets to lose all their games while we win all of ours. 2 Western Conference matchups here in this back-to-back. We beat Vancouver, thank the Lord. But still, the Hurricanes have clinched. So now there is only 1 spot available. There's only 1 spot available in the East. So it's between the Sabres, the Panthers, us, the Blue Jackets, and the Islanders, really. We need to win our last 4 games of the season. Like, without a doubt. If we don't win them, there isn't even a chance we're making the playoffs. And that also depends on the other goalies, or on the other team, sorry. I'm going to give DiPietro the start for the back-to-back. Please, the team that drafted you, if you want to win a game, win this one. Please. Oh my god. Michael DiPietro doesn't win. Like, there's actually just no way he doesn't win. Or there's actually just no way he wins. Like, this guy is fucking awful. I'm actually just never playing him again. I don't even care. We're down. The Bruins catch up to us as well. The back-to-back has slowly been stomped into the ground. And this, I mean, if the Islanders beat us here, that's the end of our season. It'll basically be mathematically impossible for us to make a playoff, or to make the playoffs after that. So, if the Islanders beat us here, that will essentially be the end of our season. We basically have identical records. Oh my god. What is this team? Why? 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 A 5-goal first period. But like I said, that's the end of the season. 110 points currently for McKinnon. Sabres have 82 with a game in hand. We need to win our last 2 games. Sabres need to lose all of theirs. And the regulation and overtime wins. Like, the Islanders can't win. The Blue Jackets can't win. The Panthers can't win. The Bruins can't win. The Sabres can't win. We have to win our last 2 games of the season and then also win in the regulation overtime stats. But Panthers just got a point. We can't even make it now. And there goes the dream of the back-to-back. Oh, now we win a game. Ridiculous. 111 points for nothing. Our team didn't, or our division didn't even get the wild card spot either. For nothing. What is with McKinnon having great seasons and us just shitting the bed? Like, what is wrong with this team? 111 points from McKinnon, and we can't make the playoffs. 79 points from Donato. 66 from Pillman. He hits 30 goals. McKinnon almost hits 60, though. Like, Terrence Cross with 24. Hintz with 20. Strome only 50. Obviously, we just re-signed him, but likelihood is we've just seen Rupe Hintz play his last game as a Moncton Miist. I mean, Mantha, for the third line, that's incredible. Same thing for Foodie and Kyrou. They should all be up on the second line, clearly. Jesus. Brandon Saw was really a beast for us. I mean, 23 points. 23 goals, 33 points. Can't complain about that. He didn't get to play the whole season. Obviously, he was on the 4th line there. Colton Parayko with 27 points. Stephen Peckham with 26. And you know what? I think this is something we need to look forward to, or look for in the future, I should say, is we need that franchise-level defenseman that can put up a minimum of 50 points a season. We haven't had it once this entire series, and we need it now. Like, I believe the best point total from a defenseman we've ever had was this 36-point season from Brady Shea, which is awful. 36 point, well, I guess it's 40 points that season, but 40 points in a season isn't even half a point per game. We need a franchise-level defenseman, and we need him now. And I'm really hoping that Peckham is going to be that guy, because he put up 26 points in his rookie season. He's obviously only a 79. Hopefully he'll be able to grow, but like, this was just ridiculous, and we need the help. Brandon Saad on the 4th line, signed him right after like the first 10 games of the season. He was great, a great addition. Came in 4th in goals on the team. He obviously had 6 20-goal scorers, almost had 7 with Ryan Strome. McKinnon with 57. Defensively, bad. Parayko, I mean, not bad. Peckham, not bad. Shea would like more out of him. Johansson, I still want more, and I'm sad that's all we're getting. Broberg, I wanted so much more, and I'm sad that's all we're getting. Pesce, I don't really care. Pesce, I don't expect him to put up points. If he can put up a handful of points, then that's great. Pesce, I don't really care, but I would like some better defensive stats out of him. But Michael DiPietro, Vic Ranger, I mean, I want you to be the starter to this team, but if that's the way you're playing, Jesus Christ. I don't know what the issue with this team is, but we are just lacking in the goaltending category and offensively from our defensemen, really. That's what we are missing. 42 wins out of Darcy Kemper this season is the most in the league. He had a great record. San Jose was a great team. Best save percentage in the league was Braden Holtby. Interesting. The Vezina might go to Kemper, though. As for rookie goalies, obviously we had Vic Ranger as a rookie goalie. Matt Sogard is apparently a rookie as well. Yeah, I mean, the only really starter you could say is Sogard, who was better than Ranger, which hurts. But at 888, would we have made the playoffs with that? Probably not. Like, would that have really helped us enough to make the playoffs? No, definitely not. Rookie skaters, Gavin Polacek. Cool, I guess. Defenseman around the league, point per game, Erik Karlsson. Guess maybe we should have made that trade. It would have been better than Peckham, I guess. Klingberg, a beast. Roman Josi, John Carlson, a beast. Ryan Merkley, up to up to an 88 overall. Jesus, didn't expect that. That's pretty crazy. 69 points for Quinn Hughes. Forward core. No. Okay, we'll go back to that for a sec. But OEL and Morgan Riley, 20 goals scored defenseman, but Nathan MacKinnon will win the Art Ross this season. 111 points. He will win the Maurice Richard with 57. That one hurts. That one really hurts, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, that season, not too long ago, with 105 points, his first season with us was obviously incredible. And yeah, both of those seasons, we didn't make the playoffs. But when MacKinnon hits less than 100 points, we somehow make the playoffs. I am distraught right now. I don't even know what to do. Like, I feel so bad for MacKinnon. Like, he's just not getting the help. He's not getting the help he needs. Where's Ryan Strome? He was almost, or it's not Ryan Strome, sorry, Ryan Donato. He was almost top 10 in assist, which isn't too bad, I guess. Highest plus minus. No, it's not going to be one of our players. Leon, a legend. Lowest plus minus. To be fair, also, I was going to say also not one of our players, but Ryan Strome was a minus 25, which is bad. Which is really, really bad. Kind of a down year for Ryan Strome, which isn't great, considering, obviously, we just extended him to a relatively big deal. Obviously, it's a lot of money, but unfortunately, we will not be going for the back-to-back here this season, guys. I'm sorry. I really did try, but I also didn't want to make any trades to, I don't know. It could have made the team worse. It could have made the team better. I don't know. Maybe in hindsight, I should have. But unfortunate, and really, what can you do about it now? We'll just have to look towards next season in hopes of doing much better. We'll follow along our AHL team, who are going to be going for their, I think, their third Calder Cup in a row, hopefully. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.